haven't exactly waited centuries to announce this, but it certainly felt like it. Welcome back to my channel, everyone, and today I have some amazing news that I can finally share with everyone. So one of my dream projects has always been to edit an anthology and also participate in one, but mostly I felt like that was going to be a tangible possible opportunity for me. At some point, someone was just inevitably going to realize my brilliance and they were going to invite me to their project. I can finally reveal this because the announcement is up. I am co-editing an anthology with my friend and fellow YA author, Yamile Saied Méndez. Her latest book is FURIA, and if you haven't read it yet, like, we cannot be friends. Like, I'm not associated with you in any way. This idea for this anthology, I should probably say what it's about first, right? Okay. I posted asking for someone, anyone really, just anyone who wasn't me, to put together an anthology that was in some way, shape, or form tied to mythical creatures. And I wanted to cheat and be invited to this anthology and use a mythical creature that was European in origin and just somehow made it Latinx. So that didn't work out as I had originally intended because people started asking me to actually make this anthology happen. So my immediate thought was, who do I know that's edited anthologies before and is like someone I look up to and respect and would love to work with? I found my answer pretty quickly. Yamile and I have known each other first as bloggers. We actually started blogging together 10 years ago. Or not together, we didn't share the same blog, but we were bloggers at the same time, trying to find representation at the same time. She, of course, found our very same agent, Linda Camacho at Golden Sacker. So I decided to reach out via Twitter as well because I'm extra. And Yamile was like, yes, I would love to be a part of this. And it was in those conversations before we actually finalized anything with her, and also from the responses that I got off of my initial tweet, I realized that this was not a fantasy anthology, this was horror. Especially because I just wanted to focus on lore and specifically mythical creatures or some sort of folkloric element that was specific to cultures within Latin America. And I felt like we already have a lot of fantasy, well, not a lot, we need more, but we already have fantasy that is set within these countries and these cultures. So in keeping with that tradition of Latinx voices that we were missing out on, I felt like horror was a genre that could be further explored. So Yamile was like, yes, we need to start right now. We need to hurry up. We need to make this proposal happen immediately. And we did. We came up with a proposal, we had the authors that we wanted to contact, the regions and cultures that we wanted to include, and of course Yamile is representing Argentina and I am representing Puerto Rico, and a little bit on my specific story soon. With our agent's help, we managed to create a list of potential contributors that we felt was going to round out the anthology as best as possible. And we also wanted to feature authors who hadn't written horror before. We do have some people on the list who are known for horror, but I mostly just wanted to work with people whose voices I enjoyed outside of that genre specifically, or people who I knew we could challenge in some way with this project, and that they would be more than happy to take the challenge on. Having said all of that, our anthology is titled Our Shadows Have Claws. I came up with the title, so I'm a genius. Anyway, so it's called Our Shadows Have Claws. It's coming in 2022 with Algonquin young readers. I actually get to start reading our contributor stories next year, early next year, so I'm really excited to do that. But in terms of our contributors, let me just give you a basic rundown of who we're featuring and which country or which culture they're going to be writing in. This will shock absolutely no one, but my story is set in Puerto Rico. And it features a girl named Diem, and she is a vampire slayer. She hasn't killed a vampire just yet, but her grandmother, her abuela, is teaching her how to do it. And her abuela was actually alive during what was considered a massacre in their town. And the massacre involves a mythical figure quite well known here in Puerto Rico. They know, or we know him as El Vampiro de Moca, or the vampire from Moca. And Moca is a town. My story doesn't only keep the vampire in Moca, so this is actually more than one vampire, and it's a family of vampires. And they're spreading throughout Puerto Rico, and they're living in hiding. So these vampires are called Los Frios, or the cold ones. I can only imagine where I stole that from. So Los Frios are vampires living, a very powerful vampire family in Puerto Rico, and my main character is actually contacted or slash hired by one of her wealthiest classmates. Of course, he's white. He basically has heard the rumors that she knows how to kill vampires, or that her grandmother has taught her how to kill vampires, and he enlists her help because his little sister is being stalked by what he believes is El Vampiro de Moca, or someone similar, someone in his bloodline, someone in his family. So yes, you can expect an Afro-Latina girl with a machete and a lot of pent-up anger. And of course, we can always expect some K-pop somehow in anything I write. So now I get to share our contributor list with you and give you a brief overview of the countries, like planting the seeds, giving you a little bit of a map in terms of where we're setting these stories in. Yamile Saied Méndez, of course, is going to be writing from Argentina, and her story is so heartbreaking. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to wait for her to talk about her story, but it's amazing. For Puerto Rico, or for the other contributors that are going to be including short stories based either in Puerto Rico or featuring cultural myths. From Puerto Rico, we have Lilian Rivera, Mia Garcia, and Anne Davila Cardinal. So all four of us, actually we're majority. It's like there's four of us doing Puerto Rico because I am the boss. I'm kidding, it just happened that way. All right, so we also have Chantel Acevedo doing Cuba, or Cuba as I like to call it. The Mulet sisters, Maika and Maritza, are going to be doing Haiti, or Haiti for you English speakers out there. Raquel Marie, otherwise known as Blonde with a Book in the vlogosphere, is doing Colombia. In Brazil, we have Gabriela Martins with something that I can't even tell you. I mean, I can't even tell you anything, but it's great. Jenny Torres Sanchez, Guatemala. Courtney Alameda, David Bulls, and Taylor K. Mejia, all three of them are doing Mexico or Mexico. Alex Villasante, Uruguay. Claribel Ortega, Dominican Republic or República Dominicana. So that's our list. I hope that this post or this vlog has helped you get as excited as I am for this anthology. I have read the pitches for these stories, and I can tell you right now that I can't believe that I get to do this. Like, I cannot believe that people are letting me read what they write and letting me put their writing in a book with my name on the cover along with theirs. It's wild, but I'm very grateful and very fortunate, and I cannot believe that I get to call myself an editor now. We need more Latinx voices in anthologies anyway, like in general. So, for example, Raquel Marie, Gabriela, they're publishing their own books soon, but I believe these are going to be, or this is going to be their first anthology, genre anthology, for young adult readers, specifically Latinx readers. So it's like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be about. I feel so honored that they chose to be a part of this. Specifically, both of them, Gabriela and Raquel, they both reached out to me like, I want to be in this. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? So that's basically it for now. I am going to be revealing with Yamile more information about this project soon, and of course our contributors are going to be revealing more information soon as well. If there are any more updates, I will be keeping you posted either on Twitter, Instagram, or through this vlog as well. I hope you have a lovely day and you keep reading Latinx books and you keep supporting Latinx voices, especially those who are struggling to even, get anything on the page. Artists are artists whether they create art or not on a regular basis, and it's my hope that I can help with this project and with everything else I write and do. We create greater visibility for people who don't get these opportunities often. So I am definitely privileged, and I definitely appreciate the support that I'm getting and the opportunities that are coming my way, but I want this for everyone. I want this for the people who aren't necessarily as confident in their work right now, especially in this beautiful year of 2020. We need more of us. We need more voices. We need more representation, because as many of us have already said, I'm not the first to say this and I won't be the last, we are not a monolith, and this anthology strives to show that, even if it's just in a very small way, because we are a limited amount of people. We're not the representatives of our specific cultures. We're just part of those cultures. And also, I just wanted to explore what is frightening, what or how does fear shape our identities? Why do we grow up with certain spooky tales and other people don't know what we're talking about? Is it because they only belong to us and it will only make sense to us? Or is it willful ignorance on the part of everyone who isn't part of our community, you know? Because a lot of people outside of European countries know who the boogeyman is, but not a lot of people know who El Vampiro de Mocha is, you know, for example. So I'm really excited to explore new avenues for new stories and new truths, specifically within the horror genre. But I hope that we can do these stories justice, or I can do these stories justice. I know our contributors are going to do a great job, but I don't want to let anyone down, you know? So that's going to be it for me. I have been so blessed to share this with you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. If you've tweeted or contacted me in any way to thank me, or not thank me, to congratulate me. Why would you thank me? I super appreciate it, and I super appreciate you. Stay awesome, everyone. I will be seeing you soon. Bye!